Gender and development is what we are going to topic in today's videos per se. So everything to do with genders and everything to understand how it has progressed over a period of time. Gender is one of the universal dimension of on which status differences are based, a social construct specifying the socially and culturally prescribed roles that a men and probably women are to supposed to follow shapes the life of all people in our society. It influences all aspects of our life, the schooling that we receive, the social role that we play, and the power and authority we command. What are the theories of gender development? Social learning theories, SLTs. Proponent of social learning theories believe that parents, as the distributor of reinforcement, reinforce appropriate gender roles by behavior, by their choice of toys, by urging boy or a girl behavior. By reinforcing such behaviors, parents encourage the children to engage in a gender appropriate behaviors per se. And that is what social learning theories is all about it. Now let me talk about the cognitive development theories derives from Kohlberg's speculation about gender development. We all know from Piaget works that children engage in symbolic thinking by about 2 years of age. Using this ability, children acquire their gender identity, and then Kohlberg believes they begin the process of acquiring gender appropriate behaviors per se. Gender schema theory. A schema is a mental blueprint for an organizing information, and the children develops and formulate an appropriate gender. Such a schema helps the child to develop gender identity and formulate an appropriate gender role. Consequently, children develop an integrated schema or picture of what gender is and should be. This has been stated way back in 1996 by Eliot. Now we'll talk about gender stereotyping. What is gender stereotyping? It is nothing but is defined as beliefs in your human hold about the characteristic associated with the male and the females altogether. What is gender stereotyping? From an early age, people form ideas of what a male, what a female should be all about it. Right at the beginning to accumulate characteristic that they consider as male and female and assigning label to those categories. This process certainly simplifies the ability to deal with the world. Obviously, that rough, noisy person is a boy, and that gentle, soft spoken, obedient person is a girl, is something which is been stereotyped altogether. One features of the stereotyping is that people perceive and interpret a situation in accordance with their beliefs. A stereotype is a schema or a set of beliefs about a certain group of people. Gender. Role stereotypes are the features we assign to men and women in a society, features that are not assigned due to biological sex, but due to the social roles that the men and women hold altogether. Now, what are we talking about gender and equality? If we say so, gender equality gives women, men the same entitlement to all aspects of human development, including economic, social, cultural, civil, political rights, the same level of respect, the same amount of opportunities to make choice, and the same level of power to shape the outcome of those choices is what gender equality is all about it. Gender equality between men and women is the worthy goal that is central to the progress of human development. Research from around the world has shown that gender inequality tends to slow economic growth, make rise from poverty much more difficult. This is the reason for this link are not hard to understand. Half of the world population is female, believe me or not. Hence, the extent to which women and girls benefit from development of policies and programs has immediate and a major impact on the country's overall development success. Research also shows that the women and the girls tend to work much harder than that of men, are more likely to invest in their earnings in their children, are major producers as well as consumers, and shoulders critical life sustaining responsibility without which women and boys could not survive, much less enjoy high level of productivity thereby. Gender equality has gained a worldwide acceptance as an important parameter, important goals, much awaited objective for many countries around the world. The growing support for and attention to gender equality is fostered by the assumption that it would actually improve the lives of the women and probably the most people, especially women and children per se. Gender inequality. First, men and women are situated in society not only differently but also unequally. Specifically, women get less material resources, social status, power, and opportunities for self actualization than do men, who share the same social obligations, social location, and based upon it, you either base it on classes, races, occupation, ethnicity, religion, education, nationality, or any other socially significant factor, as the case might be. Women are treated in an inferior fashion and probably superior opportunities. Things have been handed over to the male counterpart, and this is an inequality in the first places. Second, this inequality results from organization of society, not from any significant biological or personality differences between men and women. Third, although individual human beings may vary somewhat from each others in their profile of potential traits, no significant patterns, natural variances distinguishes the sexes. Instead, all the human beings are characterized by the needs of freedom to seek self-actualization or by fundamentally malleability that leads them to adapt to the constraint or the opportunities of the situation in which they find themselves in. Fourth, all inequality theories assume both men and women will respond fairly, easily, naturally to a more egalitarian social structures and situation. Gender and power, if I say so, how it has differentiated. Gender refers to the different ways men and women plays in society and to the relative power they wield. While gender is expressed differently in different society, in no society do men and women perform equal roles or hold equal position of power. Power, basic fabric of a society, is possessed in varying degrees by social actors in diverse social categories. Let me give you something about gender and education per se. The past decade has witnessed significant increase in importance accorded to the education, with both instrumental as well as instinct argument made from increasing financial investment and policy attention to education provisions. Investing in education is seen as one of those fundamental ways in which nation states and the citizen can move towards a long-term development goals, improve both social and economic standards of living. Schools have reinforced gender social roles. Researchers have documented that differential treatment according to males, females in the classroom that reinforces a sense of inferiority, a lack of initiative among female students. Boys are more likely than the girls to be given particular information that guides to improvement in their performance. This is a mental block that all of us are suffering and needs to be improved, eradicated altogether. Gender equality must be established. With this words, I would love to wind up this particular video. Thank you for watching it.